Today we're going to do a short video about prostate health. So this is something that's just as important for the girls as it is for the guys, and I'll make a couple short points, a couple things to focus on, and then you can do the rest. But so today everybody's familiar, guys are familiar with the PSA test and BPH, which is the PSA test, which is the prostate specific antigen, which at this point I don't really care about. It's not something I would concern myself with, because we know what the history is, that they have a very poor record. There's a couple studies that have been done, of course, that try to give you the pros part of it in a Swedish study, but you'll find when you look at the whole study and meta-analysis style that it is almost worthless. So anyway, you can find that on our website, more about that study that I posted. So anyway, one of the, like usual, like anything else, there's toxicities and there's deficiencies, and that's what I'm going to focus on for the next couple minutes. And toxicity in prostate cancer, in almost every case, of course, is acid lifestyle. That can include all kinds of different things, one of which is, of course, stress, which we all have, junk food, the standard American diet, anaerobic environment, which is smoking, stuff like that. It is kind of hard to put that all together as to why that would cause a problem with the prostate, but I'll get to that point in a moment. And antibiotics, of course. So one of the main things that is almost across the board that you'll find with prostate cancer is two things: is lack of zinc. In almost any male that has a prostate issue is zinc deficient. And also, you also find that there's Candida, which is a yeast fungus. Now that's the reason why it's so important to realize that this is just as important for women to understand as it is for men to understand breast cancer, is because in this case, prostate cancer, or the swelling of the tissues from Candida, can be passed on from yeast infection or systemic Candida from a woman. So that's one of the things that's incredibly important, that a woman realizes, that if they do have yeast infection, that absolutely can be passed on through intercourse. So as far as that's one thing that's very critical. And when a person is low in zinc, Candida thrives. That's something that can happen, and you can almost count on that, especially in a acid environment. We know that fungus in cancer is virtually indistinguishable as far as the cells go. So, as far as the prostate is concerned, that you can see how those two would be, very synonymous with one another. One of the things that, as usual, drug companies are behind all kinds of things, just like breast cancer and cancer in general. Back in 1996, a Dr. Mann had tested a Nizoral, which is an antifungal drug that's been around for many, many years, and that antifungal drug was shown to virtually dispel or virtually get rid of all swelling of the prostate. Why did that work, and why won't they tell you about that today? Is because that is an antifungal. So the prostate cancer and the Candida, which is a fungus, a yeast, they all go hand in hand. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand those things. So anyway, what a person needs to always be aware of is Candida and fungus and yeast and molds and those things that you find in our food supply, in a house and things like that, can absolutely cause or be a cause of it. And zinc deficiency is one that you have to make sure that you don't encounter. So anyway, the nutritional deficiencies that you'll find, again, nothing is more important than zinc. I only got a minute left, so I'm going to try to do this quick. Selenium, potassium, magnesium, sodium, calcium, of course, vitamin D, C, B, K2 is incredibly important. And many of the things that people forget about is things that actually deplete those minerals that are so important, like vitamin C and stuff like that. But zinc killers are superphosphates, which are things that you'll find in pesticides and whatnot. Another thing is that so many people are turning to white meat, which is a dangerous proposition as far as I'm concerned. They're low in zinc. Red meats are very high in zinc. Get your pure venison, beef, bison, stuff like that. Soy foods, one of the worst foods as far as I'm concerned that there ever was created, because it's generally not unless it's fermented, it's generally not impossible to even digest. It's a man-made food. So, and it depletes zinc, among other things. You especially wouldn't want it for baby formula, not in my book anyway. Copper also is an antagonist to it, and those things come from copper lines that can cause zinc deficiencies. So anyway, there are many foods out there that you can get that keeps your zinc up there. Maybe an embarrassing point to make is that men that have an ejaculation at least once a week, however that comes about, they're about 40% less likely to have prostate cancer. So you want to replenish that. The semen is just like an egg. It's incredibly loaded with vitamins and minerals, and it has to be replaced with the same thing to be healthy. One egg gives you 56 milligrams of zinc, which 50 milligrams a day is perfect. So there's many other things. So anyway, I'm going to erase this because my wife is looking at me telling me basically I gotta hurry up because these take so long to load. So anyway, I've written many health notes that you can find for yourself, but we have a website that we're trying to get going. It's free. We're selling nothing. But anyway, it's food-family.yolasite.com. It's under construction, it's all new, but we hope you join us on there. And again, we're selling nothing. This is all free, and please join us. So thank you, and we'll see you again on another note. Bye-bye.